I'm still doing the same thing with books. I'm still stacking them, and I still exist. Oh, it's working. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my mental illness journey and how I got out of it. So, long story short, I've been through a lot this past year. Like I said in my earlier video, I immigrated from the Philippines to the United States earlier last year. So I've been here, I've been studying, I've been going to a high school here in Virginia, and I've been running a magazine. I launched a magazine earlier this year, and it's a music magazine, Poptized. I'll link it up below, but I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I guess, long story short, it was very overwhelming. So much things had happened that I wasn't really kind of giving myself time to do anything. And so I was just struggling for, I was struggling for a bit. And I didn't realize that. I thought that, just doing all this, throwing myself out there, meeting a lot of people, hanging out every week while doing all my homework and focusing on myself was all right. I thought that was normal. Because that seems to certainly be the case here. A lot of people sleeping late, taking whatever they can to kind of stay awake and all that kind of stuff, I've never really done that. I don't drink coffee, I don't drink energy drinks. I think it's the norm here where I'm from because I live in Northern Virginia, so the culture here kind of encapsulates one that's very stressful and one that's really crazy. And so, it was pretty tough. Adjusting, and I didn't make as much friends as I thought I would. I thought I had them for a bit in my junior year, but senior year kind of kicked my ass a little, and I kind of drifted away from them. Not sure if it was me or it was them, but it doesn't really matter because I'm graduating in a couple weeks, couple months. See, I keep thinking it's weeks. Senior year kind of kicks your ass, so, ugh. But, yeah, so I reached a tipping point not too long ago, and safe to say I attempted. It wasn't great. It was just a horrible feeling, a horrible pit in my stomach, and I just didn't know what to do. So I called the National Crisis Hotline, and I told the lady, I'm not going to expose her name, but I know her name, and I'm probably going to name my baby after that name because she saved my life. But I was explaining to her that I just wasn't feeling well. I did not feel good. I was feeling so overwhelmed. I hated it. I love living here, but I hated what I was living through. And she just told me, hey, you gotta get yourself to a hospital. You gotta get yourself to a hospital in order to get better, because this is not going to get any better for me. Unless I try to do something that would significantly impact me in a positive manner, and that would mean going to the hospital. So that was intense. That was really intense for me. I did not expect myself to be telling my parents, my stepdad and my mom, hey, I gotta go to the hospital. I just nearly killed myself. So there was that. They took me to the hospital. I think I just kind of scared them, and I told them, hey, this is serious. Like, I actually tried to kill myself. And I think they were very understanding about that. Not in the way that I wanted to kill myself, but I needed to get help. And so they did. They took me to the ER. I checked in. That was a horrible 6 hours just waiting in the room, them doing blood tests, IV tests on me, making sure that, I didn't drink, I didn't do alcohol, I didn't do drugs, and all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty wild. I was transported to a mental facility at around 2 in the morning. I was strapped because, according to them, I attempted. And so it wasn't suicidal ideation, it was suicidal attempt. So that warranted me being strapped so I didn't do anything to myself. I was feeling very, very scared and very like, what the fuck is going on? As everyone should feel that way. And that's how I ended up in a mental facility. I was there for about 6 days. I met a lot of amazing people. I mean, I know a lot of people would think, oh shit, that's crazy. Yes, crazy things happened. I witnessed things that I would never witness ever alone in public or anywhere else. But in that mental facility, like, we reveled, the people and I, those who were in there, they and I reveled in the fact that we had to change and grow up. Not grow up, but, you know, get better. It was hard though. It was definitely hard because services were really slow. You could tell that, you know, things there are very underfunded. But they made the most out of it. The workers, the social workers, I mean, the chefs, the cooks, everyone, they made the most out of it. And, you know, that kind of, you know, pushed me to keep going. So I was released 6 days later, 5-6 days later. Now I'm in the process of seeing a therapist. I'm in the process of seeing a therapist, and I'm also in the process of taking meds. So I take meds now, Zoloft and Abilify. I'll be able to talk about that in my next video. But they prescribed me meds, and after I was discharged from the hospital, which they call inpatient, I was immediately checked into outpatient, which basically meant that I would be in the hospital for 6 hours from 8 to 3 in the afternoon. But then I get to go home and spend time with my friends, my family, and whatnot. So that was really nice, being able to see my friends again, and see my family again, and my boyfriend again, and everyone else again, and that was really nice. So there I was, getting better. The outpatient therapy wasn't super bad too, though. It was just more or less therapy sessions, more focused, CBT and DBT. I'll talk about that too later on. So a lot of that happened, and after about 6 days, they put me in transition day, which basically means that I'll be able to go back to school for a day for them to assess my anxiety level and see if I was ready enough to go back to school. And so I did that. My transition day went really well. My friend drove me to school. I was able to do all the things I wanted to do and talk to my teachers, who were all very understanding, because I sent them an email from when I was in the hospital. So I guess talking to my teachers really helped, because they were like, hey, we're not going to try to make this super crazy on you, and we hope you get through this period really fine. And so there was that. I really valued that. My counselor talked to me. She extended my period. So I think I was very lucky, because I knew some people were unfortunate in the sense that they didn't get that opportunity, and I was. So that was that. And so yeah, after 6 days, I was just discharged completely from the hospital, and I'm here now sitting, supposedly doing my homework, but I decided to make this video as I got this new camera. And just to say, that didn't happen that long ago. It was about 2-3 weeks ago, so I'm still kind of fresh off it. So like I said, I take meds now. I'm in the process of seeing a therapist, and hopefully all things go well. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Been here 1.5 years, college season, lots of homework. And I'm still kind of plowing through the fact that, you know, senior year is not always as it seems. Some people are having the greatest time of their lives, which is amazing. Like, I respect that. But for me, it's definitely been one of my worst. But I'm working on kind of dragging myself out of it, and, you know, hopefully being able to get out of that, to get out of that hole. And hopefully that means being able to go through that in college or at the end of my senior year. Well, we don't know, but we'll see. I'm in my second quarter now, and I think the meds are helping, and I think that things will get better from here on out. And I hope that it would also be the same, or at least be a similar experience to you in the terms of things getting better here on out. Yeah, alright, I will see you guys later. This turned out to be longer than I expected, a little more depressing, but I don't know if I'm gonna make a video again. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'll see you guys in a jiffy.